Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In around about 5.5 hours, more or less, the gates will open to Scourge League, and I think the hype was never bigger. I think the community feedback about the league is kinda insane. Like, I'm talking to so many people lately that just cannot wait, and they always refer like, yo, this is like waiting for Christmas when you were a kid, right? So, and I can totally relate to that. I cannot wait. I wish the league start would be right now so I can finally start pumping. But hey, it's still 5.5 hours to go, so I'm gonna take the time, record this video here, and talk about three things today. Basically, this video is split in three parts, more or less. The first part, I want to talk about my league starter, the decision that I finally made. Then I want to talk about my league starter series, the one that I do like almost every league now. And on the third part, I just want to give you guys some like general thoughts about league start. What to expect, and also like how to like prepare for it, right? Good. I would say let's start right into the action about my potential league starter. So like 2 videos ago, yeah, 2 days ago, I released a video talking about my potential Fireburst Ignite Elementalist league starter or the Poisonous Concoction Pathfinder. So what I can say is it's going to be an Ignite Elementalist. So why don't I say Fireburst? Because I have a big question mark overall in like what kind of build is it going to be. For me, the most important part is I decided it's going to be Ignite Elementalist. More of that in a second. So the thing is, why not Poisonous Concoction now in the end? Because for me, people that follow my league starts, it's usually rough, right? And it also can happen that I re-roll on the second or third day of the league. And there was like in the worst case scenario, I think I had a league start where I re-rolled like 5 times in the first week. So I don't want to have that, right? And when I think about Ignite, then I get like maybe like 10 builds that I want to play. When I think about Poisonous Concoction, if that doesn't work out the way I want to, then it's just going to be a Plague Bearer build, same as the Spectre Shield Poison Auto Bomber that I played last league. But then I'm probably going to opt into like Pestilence Strike and Viper Strike, which I really enjoy. But I would have so many more build ideas for an Ignite Elementalist, and that's the reason why I decide for that one. So yes, I think Fireburst makes sense for me. No 6-link requirement, super easy to get going, and I think it's going to be strong after the buffs for Ignite. But there is other things that also like very interest me. To name a couple examples, maybe like a Shield Charge Auto Bomber with Ignite, with Asenath's Touch, with Herald of Ash, just good old Elemental Proliferation or Fire Proliferation with like Barracks Respite and like Aberrant's Hooves and this kind of things. I'm also interested, since the brand changes, about Ignite Penance brand. Then I also was thinking about Mind Over Matter Agnostic as an Elementalist in an Ignite version. And there is like so many ideas that I would kind of have right now. Even when I think back in like the Lyrium League, a couple people might maybe remember my Arc Ignite build that I played. I mean, this is like a very high budget build, but still there is options. And when I think about Ignite, I cannot wait. You know, Ignite, I love my dot builds. Dot builds are very strong in the league start, and this just outweighs my ideas for the poison builds and like the hype for it, right? And that's the reason why I say it's going to be Ignite Elementalist, probably going to start with like Fireball or Armageddon brand, which I still haven't touched ever. Maybe if I go the Armageddon brand route and getting some brand notes, then I'm probably going to try out the Ignite Penance brand early on, and then like at some point maybe gonna go for Fireburst, or if I like the brand route, then I maybe stick with that one. That's why I say I'm unsure which skill it's going to be, but I know it's going to be Ignite Elementalist. Good. Second part is basically the League Starter Series. The last couple of leagues, I always did that, like a daily update on my League Start, and I'm also gonna do it on Scourge League. I get a lot of like really good feedback that people really enjoy those kind of videos, even though it's like quite some extra work, because as a streamer, obviously you want to blast like, I don't know, 15 hours a day for League Start, right? And then taking an extra 2-3 hours to get all the clips together, to record videos, to make like updates and stuff like that is quite some time consuming thing, but I'm still gonna do it. That means what this League Starters series is about is basically every day I'm going to talk about what are my goals for the day, what have I achieved on the last day, all the special drops, how did I make currency, You know, I'm gonna explain how I actually was able to gain over 10 Chaos Orbs within the last 5 hours of playing, for example, right? And basically, this video or this series will be covering my entire league start until Awakener 8 is down, until the Atlas is fully cleared, like 110 of 110 or 120, whatever it is, including the unique maps. And then once this task is fulfilled, then my league start is over, and then it's the next point to focus on Maven and those kind of things. But I don't want to include Maven and those kind of things into the league starter series, just because it could take like another like 2 or 3 days just of grinding currency to get everything going, to even get the build forged out in a way that I can actually do Maven and stuff like that. And this is just going to be a longer process, but I see myself in the first week, in the first 7 days, to kill off Cyrus Awakener 8 and get my league started to an efficient rate where I can really start farming the currency and start farming everything. Good. This league starter is going to start today. That means that for today, what is my goal? Basically, I always say I have 3 check marks, basically, right? Depending on how motivated I am, okay? Usually, step 1 is Act 6, so I'm going through all the 5 acts. Obviously, my league start, I'm not a racer. I'm actually not even interested in, like, getting early on, like, super far. I'm not even planning to play, like, 30 hours or something, right? I'm just gonna stick with the flow, and if I'm tired, I'm just gonna go hit to bed, because I think PoE is a marathon and not a sprint. Good, so what is the goal? Either Act 6 minimum, okay? That's probably gonna take like 2, 3, 4 hours, depending on how much I'm going to engage with the Scourge League, how much everything takes in time, right? If I'm more motivated, I'm gonna go until Blood Aqueduct, and if I'm even more motivated, it's like the toppest that I've went so far in the league start evening, because my league start is like 9 p.m. in the evening, and if you'd say like 10 hours until mapping, then it's still like 5, 6 in the morning, or even earlier, basically, right? That will be the first map. So I'm going to go over the entire campaign, plus doing the first T1 map, and then log off. This is basically my start. So what is going to decide if this start is going to be like good or not? Obviously, the third part that I want to talk about, the general thoughts about the league start. You have to think about, since this league is going to get so ultra hyped, I wouldn't how you say, be surprised if there would be like 300, 400,000 people playing this league. And it obviously means if 400,000 people trying to log in at the same time, the queue is going to be very, very long, and the server stability. I'm still like having this flashback of the, I think it was Ritual League or something, with the streamer priority queue and whatnot, you know, that kind of shit. And in the end, I remember I was like, after 3 or 4 hours into the league, I was level 12, and then I said like, you know what, guys, I'm just going to bed now, because, you know, all the rollbacks, the disconnects, the queues again and again and again, you know, screw that. I'm chilling here, you know, and then I'm going to hit and try and hope that things are going to get better on the next day. And that's what I want to say. I know this is like frustrating for me as well as for everybody. We all want to play PoE right now, right? And if there is server troubles, then we will not be able to change that. So it's just like, I don't want to like defend GGG in any way, because server like league starts are always like burning down the servers more or less. And if I am right with my expectation that it's going to be like 300,000-400,000 people trying to log in at the same time, like, I would wonder if the league start would be smooth, let's say about that. But there is league starts where it's just a little bit rough in the first 1 or 2 hours, but then it's like more or less stable. If it's not the case, then guys, just don't rage quit or something. Just chill, you know, go to bed, whatever, and just come back to the next day and then enjoy the league. Because in many other different games, we had like so many login issues as well, so just think about that. What you can do in preparation of the league start is obviously update your loot filters, update your Awakened PoE trade macro, bookmarks like your PoE trade searches for league start, you know, all these like triple res life items, rare items for like a chaos or something like that. Get all of those kind of things together. Log into standard probably right now. I don't know if the servers are offline already. I don't think so. Rearrange your stash tabs so they're gonna get copied into the new league start, so you don't have to spend like another half an hour setting up your stash tabs early on, right? Stay hydrated, have fun, you know. This is like the important thing that I always want to try to deliver, you know. I just think the game is like so much more fun if you have fun in the game, for obvious reasons, you know. There is people, a lot of people that just stick with the matter, even though if they don't like it or not, it doesn't really matter. They just want to blast and just gonna get into maps. I made the experience over the 15 leagues that I already played. like, even though I'm not playing a meta build, even if it's probably going to be off meta, as long as I enjoy it, I'm gonna have way more fun mapping. I'm gonna have way more fun grinding. And in the end, currency will come over time anyways if you just play the game. And I want to shout out here, this league, I'm gonna find a mirror. Okay, I know I'm saying this since the past 10 leagues and it never happened yet, but at some point, you know, it will drop a mirror, and then I can say, dude, I told you guys, I'm gonna find a mirror. So for this now, I'm gonna find a mirror this league. In a Scourge league, it's going to be easy. It's probably gonna be in the first week, and yeah, then we're gonna see from there how things are gonna turn out. But for overall, I wish everybody the mostest of fun in this league. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are prepared mentally for the server issues, but also ready for Scourge League. And yeah, I wish everybody a wonderful league start. And if you want to tune into my league start, I'm gonna stream everything on Twitch TV/mbXtreme. I'm probably gonna be live like an hour or so before league start. And then gonna go with the flow, and I'm gonna stream every single day. And if you're not into streams, then still you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow my league start over there. Maybe get some inspiration if you say you want to start an Ignite build or something like that as well. And yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today's video. I cannot wait. Still 5 hours, 27 minutes, and 33 seconds to go. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.